What's going on, guys? Chris here, back again with another video for you guys today. Wanted to make a quick little market video for you guys, talking about a few different things, some road to the finals, some team of the weeks, kind of this past week's team of the weeks, and kind of just like all around market talk, really. It'll be a short video today. Before we get into it today, if you guys can just drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new around here. That'd be absolutely amazing. We are like, I think 42 subs away from 9,000, so if you guys can just drop a sub on the video, that'd be absolutely amazing. And then also, obviously, get involved with everything that is in the description. My Discord, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, my Twitch channel, which we're there every single day. If you guys are wondering why I'm talking so low again, it's because I'm recording a video at 3:30 in the morning. So, obviously can't be that loud at this time of the night. So, I'm just trying to be a little bit lower when talking to you guys here. But let's talk about the market a little bit here. And, one of the parts of the market I really want to look at, first off, is going to be these future star cards. And a lot of these future star cards, they've been kind of trending a lot, right? So like, for example, this Bergwijn today, he went to, I think, the high 1-1s. He even might have hit a 1-2. I'm not too sure here. Yeah, he went to 113. He's coming back down now at 107. And that was a pretty big rise because he went on the Sunday at like 102 after squad battles. And then he went up like 100,000 coins. This Gio Reyna card's absolutely getting killed. This guy on the Friday, was 1.8 million. I mean, even on Sunday, he was 1.8 million. And within a day, this guy's down like 400,000 coins, which is pretty insane. And I think a lot of people are probably, and this is the time of the week where I think a lot of people are starting to figure out who's it and who's not it. And I think he's one of those cards that, yeah, I've heard a couple of good things, but 1.8 million worth, not really. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing, and he's getting sold off quite massively. And I wouldn't be surprised if these guys continue to drop just a little bit more. I know a lot of you guys want to know, when do I buy certain feature stars? I do think a lot of these cards are going to rise out of packs. For example, I think Kulusevski is going to rise out of packs. He tore me up in draft. A lot of people like that card as well. They're saying he's a really good card. They've got him from the player picks or whatever. That card is going to be pretty good, I think, for an out-of-pack investment. I also think that Des is going to rise a lot of packs, and the reason why is because he gets those Barcelona links, but also because La Liga right backs, there's not really that many. You've got that Moreno freeze card, and that's really it. So this guy, I think, is going to do really well out of packs. This Serginho Des. I think this Reece James does really good out of packs, and the reason why I say that is because this guy has a lot of hype. A lot of pro players, if you guys understand, and I'm going to kind of show you guys really quickly here on my screen, the 5-3-2, right? The 3-5-2 is kind of the most meta formation, and the meta right now, and pretty much whole year really, is if you played this formation, the 5 at the back has not been the meta formation all year, but right recently it has been. You use your fullbacks at center back. Now, whether they're at right back to begin the game, then they get moved to center back, or they start out as like a right back here and a left back there with your middle center back. A guy like Reece James, the reason why people love this formation is because if you have really pacey center backs, and in the form of fullbacks, right, who have a lot of pace, and if they have good physical, they have good defending, they play them at center back so they don't get killed on the counter when it comes to this formation. So like this past weekend, I used 7 depth for my formation. I got 26 wins with this. I choked my last game to get 27, but if I had, I think, a little bit of a pacier player in there, like Van Dijk isn't the most paciest player, he's got 88 sprint speed, obviously, but Reece James has 92 sprint speed, right? That makes a little bit of a difference when a lot of the pro players, a lot of these top tier players are spamming this R1 triangle, and if, I'm going to try to get some gameplay up at some point on the channel, but the R1 triangle is like a really good way to break like a press, or like kind of set your player free. It's kind of like a driven through ball essentially, and it's really, really good using this formation. So using guys like James, they can catch up faster, and a lot of pro players like this card a lot. So for me, this would be one of those guys that I think a lot of people are going to look to buying when, after Thursday, really. So Reece James, I like. That's kind of like a little explanation as to why a guy like that is really hyped up right now. This Camavinga, he's dropped down, obviously. This Isak, I think this Isak is going to go up out of packs, and the reason I say that is because I feel like he's flying really under the radar right now, but he's one of the only La Liga strikers you got You don't really have that many strikers in La Liga. You've got that Aspas card, you've got Griezmann, you've got Benzema. Nothing really crazy, but this guy's got a 4-star skill move. He's got a 5-star weak foot, right? He's got 90 sprint speed, 88 acceleration, right? His composure's okay. His finishing is 89. His shot power is 91. He's got some decent agility. He's got some decent agility, some decent balance as well. Composure, dribbling, all that is pretty solid. So for me, I expect this guy to kind of rise a little bit out of packs as well. Now, when do you guys want to buy these cards? And we talked about it briefly in our last video. For me, it's gonna be a big kind of talking point on Wednesday. And the reason why I see on Wednesday is because sometimes you can kind of see if a player is a buy before awards or not. So for example, if Kulusevski, if this guy goes to, let's say he's like 500k on Wednesday, and all of a sudden prior to awards, this guy goes down to like 430 or 440. For me, that's an easy way to tell people, by the way, that they're selling that card off to then go buy that card back at rewards or sometime on Thursday, as they expect them to go lower that day. So, kind of monitoring their prices on Wednesday night, kind of prior to awards, and that is going to be the opportunity to buy if they do drop significantly. Now, if you don't really see this card dropping too much, say he goes from like 500k to 480, I would just wait till Thursday. I would bank on supply coming from awards, bank on supply coming from Thursday marquee matchups, and whatever other content we do get that day to buy some of these cards to go out of packs. I think a guy like Isak is going to be an easy target for investors. And same thing with probably Lunin is another card that after all of this kind of raw informed stuff kind of goes away, I think a lot of people are going to be focusing on Lunin for out-of-pack investing, because what they'll see is they'll see the Courtois inform, and Courtois is inform right now. If I can show you guys, Courtois right now is how much? 197,000 coins. So Lunin for 3 less rating is like 100 and... I do the math here. 130k cheaper than, what Courtois is going for. And he gets those Real Madrid links to Varane. He gets to the gold Varane, to the inform Varane, to Sergio Ramos's inform, to his team of the year. All that kind of stuff is really playing a part, really, with a guy like Lunin. So I would say if you are going to be investing in Lunin, you're going to be investing in Isak on Thursday, you need to buy as quick as possible, because those cards are going to be really bought up, in my opinion, this week. So that's kind of like the feature stars type of market. Now we also have this Tuesday, right? And this Tuesday, EA can do a lot of different things with the market. If we don't get much content, I expect the market that did rebound from Sunday into Monday. And I'll be honest, we didn't really see much weekendly sell-off this weekend. And I think it's like a growing point that a lot of people are either settled in with their teams that they bought prior to Team of the Year, so they haven't been selling, or there's a lot of people investing, and that's why this market is kind of rebounding and they're not letting it go lower. It's kind of the same point that's made where we get a loading screen, and, in the past we used to see panic selling during a loading screen. In the end, people know that when there's a loading screen, it's sort of like the buy time, and what they do is they don't allow for cards to really drop in price. They just kind of buy the first opportunity they see, because they just automatically think that's the buy time. So it's kind of like the same thing is happening right now. With the Sunday sell-off, it's either one of those two things. It's either people haven't sold off because they're already kind of like mixed in with their team, they like their team, they don't want to sell it based off this past weekend. And then you also have a lot of people that are looking at these cards as well because they want to Thursday flip them, they want to buy them early and flip them during the week. Whatever the case may be, that's what they're doing. So Tuesday, again, if we don't really get much content today, I expect the market to continue to go up. And I'm seeing some really nice rises too. Like, a lot of stuff is really starting to go up now. Informs, I mean, almost every single inform that I'm trying to trade with right now is up in price. So it just shows you the amount of people that are buying into Thursday stuff. And listen, is there overinvestment in a lot of things? I think there is a somewhat overinvestment, and one of the places there's overinvestment is these roads to the finals. Now, these roads to the finals, in my opinion, we did tell you on Friday that if there's going to be a sell-off on Friday because of the Future Star kind of promo, they're going to rebound, and they did. They went down on Friday, they rebounded pretty quickly, right? So these guys, in my opinion, they're going to keep going up. And I think you'll really see a nice rise on Saturday and Sunday this weekend. Now, what I will tell you guys on terms of when to sell routes to the finals, for me, if there is a team that is like almost people are banking on them to win their games, I would cash out probably this weekend or at least before their games. Because, listen, a guy like Zachariah is one of like the weird examples where Man City are expected to win that game. Now, I'm not saying that he's not going to rise this week, and I think he will. But I'm saying that if, say, Gladbach win the first leg, this would be the sort of card that I think would exceed the price that he is right now and whatever he has gone to this upcoming weekend, because it's not expected. It's something that people are not expecting to happen is Gladbach beating City, and you could really see a nice rise in a card like that. I would also take the coins before the first leg, because do you really want to bank on a team if they're not in good form? Like, for example, Liverpool, right? Liverpool are not in good form right now. Mo Salah is 1.75 million. This guy could go to like 1.85, by Sunday night. For me, the way that Leipzig have been playing, the way that Liverpool have been playing, yes, Liverpool can turn up on their day, but do you really want to bank on them losing the first leg in a neutral ground, by the way, because of all the Germany kind of travel laws? I don't know if I want to do that. So I think if I were you guys, if there are teams that you have players from that you're seeing rise, and they're kind of like not expected to win, you could like kind of take the gamble on them if you want to, like a Zachariah, like a Muriel, for example, because I think they do play Real Madrid, or it's some big team that they play, I believe. So these roads to the finals are going to be really interesting, and I think Klosterman is going to be a really big mover with that Liverpool result, because he's a very good center back, and people are saying this guy's better than Varane, and that, for me, tells you a lot of the hype that this card gets, especially with all the Bundesliga things that we've kind of been seeing, the Team of the Year Neuer, and all that kind of stuff. Let's talk about Team of the Years, by the way, because Team of the Years, and I kind of saw this happening as well, is during Team of the Year, a lot of people had this idea of, okay, I need to buy these Team of the Years as soon as possible before they go out of packs. Now, the Mbappe, the Ronaldo, they're up. They're fine. They're holding price. But the rest of them are down. And the reason why they're down is because there were so many people that bought these cards that were not experienced in whether they were like wanted to hold the card. They probably getting like a little shot here where they're losing coins on a card, they're being forced to sell or whatever. These cards for me were always so like highly bought into, and we saw that from the Thursday of Team of the Year. That Thursday when we got all that supply, this Davies went from like 1.4 million all the way up to like 1.7. Like, the guy went so high, and now he's actually coming back down. And the prices that they hit before that, I don't see them hitting higher than that. I really don't. Like, for example, this Davies here, right? And I'm saying if you have a Team of the Year card, just keep it at this point. But I don't see Davies going to 2.15, right? Or I don't see him going to 2.2. Maybe I could be wrong, but for me, that was really his peak, was like 2.1 million. I don't see him being that expensive or that much more expensive than where he hit his peak at. So for me, if you have a Team of the Year, man, just keep it. Obviously, you bought it for your team, but you did get caught into like a scenario where a lot of people were buying at the same time as you. And, there were so many people that probably sold off when they saw the future star team. They want to get involved in these upgrades that people are doing as well. They're seeing some good pack pulls. So that's kind of like what's going on right now with the Team of the Year market. And let's talk about a little bit of Team League predictions for Wednesday. Now, this headliner, Ozerbil, is predicted to get into... he's predicted to get into Team of the Week this week. I'll show you the full prediction really quickly here. Nothing too crazy. Varane, Luke Shaw, Mukiele, Foden, Ozerbil, and Ibra pretty much is the highlighted players. Jesse Lingard's in there on the right-hand side, but nothing too crazy really when it comes to Team of the Week this week, besides that Varane. That Ozerbil today is going to keep on rising, in my opinion. So if you want to, and I'm pretty sure this is going to happen, but because he's getting into these predictions, people will buy his headliner card because they know that he's going to get a potential +1 on the card. So for me, if you could find this card like the low to mid 50s, this guy will probably go up to at least like 60k today, in my opinion. I don't think this is that far of a stretch. You can make a couple K a card here. And I would say to you guys as well, and regardless of if Real Madrid aren't even in good form or not, this Road to the Final Varane, okay, is going to be a really interesting watch this Wednesday. And the reason I say that is because if Varane does get a team of the week, watch for panic selling on this card. If there's panic selling on this card, it's going to be a good opportunity to get involved, I think, especially with the games coming up. Because if you look at Cancelo had that opportunity. He's back to 325, this Cancelo. But look at this, though. He went to 331, and once he got a team of the week, and look at this, I did say that his team of the week was going to hold his price for a little bit. He goes to 331, he drops down to 320, goes even lower to 311, down again to 304, and he hit a low point of 292 on the Saturday. And now what's happening is people are starting to realize UCL's coming, and they're buying him back up. And his inform is rising as well. He's kind of going up. All three inform Cancelos really are rising. Oh, and the Cancelo rose to the final. So, really be on the lookout for that Varane team of the, rose to the final card is my point, because this card I know a lot of people like using. And again, he has potential for a +2. Now, listen, do a lot of these roads to the finals, are they going to drop when they get their upgrades? I think most of them will. But that's going to be a different video for a different day. Hope you guys enjoyed it today. Thanks for watching. A little bit of a longer video than I expected it to be honest with you. But thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in a video soon. Peace out.